Welcome to Dynamic Foundry Group. Today we're going to see a small video on optimizing and reducing transport, time and cost in after pouring operations by proper layout of equipments. So let us start the video. Why layout is so important? We normally do not give much importance to the post-pouring activities in the foundry. However, after pouring operations like knockout, degating, fettling, inspection, and painting plays an important role in controlling overall inventory. It also affects the customer satisfaction because we are not able to dispatch parts to the customer as per delivery commitments. Hence, the optimization of the post-pouring activities are important. Many times we pour the parts on first of the month and then it got stuck in the post-pouring activities like shot blasting, fettling, painting, etc. for next 10 days and then we can dispatch it on 11th of the month. So the inventory that we carry for almost 10 days has some cost which is eating our profits directly. It also affects the customer satisfaction as we are not able to deliver the parts as per commitment. Hence, it is important to place the equipment and layout such that it will move faster and get dispatched as early as possible. Normally, we have a zigzag kind of layout where material handling, transport required is more and which costs you money and time both. Ideal time for the dispatches should be 24 to 48 hours from pouring. There are some loopholes as well. If you do not have such kind of standard layout, then there are chances that our post-pouring operations efficiency is very low and hence to make up customer commitments and dispatches, we have to place some load for post-pouring operations like shot blasting, fettling to the outside vendors. This will allow us to keep some loopholes in our system, which may be a costly affair. Some of the loopholes are material accounting. Material accounting is the biggest loophole that I found in while doing the subcontracting of post pouring operations. Flashes scrap going along with the casting to the outside vendor is another important loopholes which is directly eating your profits and taking your material outside your premises. Less control over post-fettling operation is another loophole. No control on priorities for dispatches and customer commitment is another loophole. Chances of improper fettling and improper shot blasting, which may cause you quality issues, is another loophole that increased transport cost is another thing that has to be taken care. So these are some of the loopholes. There may be another few more which can be listed, but these are the major loopholes that I am looking at right now in our old zigzag system. So to avoid these loopholes, one has to make proper layout of all equipments for post-pouring operations. This will increase the speed and give a single flow direction to the post-pouring operation and most importantly, avoid all seven waste from the system. This is what I find is the standard or ideal layout for or you can say it is a flow chart for the post boring operations like knockout is the first, then riser cutting, then shot blasting, then hardness testing, inspection, table or bench grinder, swing grinder, then hand cutter, pencil grinder, inspection, reshot blasting, painting, and then finally dispatch. So this is how we are working at the moment. There's a zigzag layout where the castings are we can say overlap each other, all of the operations are overlapping each others, so it takes a lot of time, lot of hurdles are there, it takes time, it takes money, it takes more efforts, it takes we can say it is delaying our commitment to the customer. So old zigzag type of layout consuming time and money both, so it is not acceptable. Now this is a new layout which I have proposing here. First knockout, then we can go for riser cutting, then shot blasting, then inspection area where the shot blasted parts can be inspected, and then it is passed to the table grinder or swing grinder. Then it can be passed for the pencil grinder or hand grinder or hand cutter, which are applicable, that will pass to again a final inspection for the inspecting the castings after the fettling. Then it will go to the transport if there is no requirement of paint and reshot blasting. If there is a requirement of paint or shot blasting, it go to reshot blasting, then it will go to painting, and then finally for the dispatch. So this is how the systematic layout of post pouring activities can be done in a proper way, so that your time, your money can be saved, and you will get the castings very fast for the dispatches, reducing your inventory. Such type of flow of operations will help you to speed up the activities, reduce time, transport and material handling, and also reduces cost and time. So this is from my side. Thank you very much for patient hearing, and I hope you understand this topic, the importance of the topic as well, and you will implement it in your foundry and definitely get some benefit in terms of money, in terms of saving of transportation, it's terms of saving of time, and get customer satisfaction. Thank you.